All right, so let's make a formal introduction for our listeners. Good afternoon, Miguel. My name is Claudio, and I'm calling you from Washington, D.C., from the studios in Fairfax City. We're very humble and grateful that Miguel Montalban accepted our invitation to our show. Hey, Miguel, man, welcome to the show. Hola.
Hey, hola, hola. Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, no problem, man. Man, so let's go back to what the crazy time when we live, not just the war in Ukraine, but the COVID from the last to
Yeah,
year. If you're a touring musician like yourself, you cannot do a mag. Many of the gigs were canceled.
yeah.
It's hard to, what have been difficult the last 2 years to have a normal life. So how the COVID affected your creativity, your sanity? How you holding up, man?
Oh, well, it was tough. It's still tough because we are in the middle of that process, like, slowly, gradually, coming back to normal. But UK has been like quite different from the rest of Europe, which is great, like in terms of, a lot more freedom, no using, mask or restrictions like that. So we were like kind of more normal, pushing to the business to reopen, quite quickly last year in July. And as soon as they open up, we get back to the business, let's say, getting busy, gigs, festivals. Fortunately, I'm working with my manager, Pete Barton, and he's helped me out, to find me some great opportunities. But during the process in COVID, yeah, I was like, you're stuck. Kind of rethinking about what to do, what the hell I'm doing. Obviously, before that, in 2019, I was like mostly busking and performing in the streets, doing festivals and gigs like that. But yeah, it was like I was like in 2019 was quite busy for me, and I was performing with my band, recording, writing music and stuff, and then suddenly, yeah, the COVID, yeah, affected us quite hard.
No, yeah, I know what you mean, man. For me, for my point of view, was great because during the time I opened the radio and I opened another one. I began doing interviews and I do this for fun. I have a real job during the day. I'm an engineer, so I cannot complain. I'm doing well, man. So and I'm very happy to talk to musicians. So it have been the best thing that happened to me was the COVID because I was able to put all this stuff together and begin calling and interviewing people. So and very fortunate, man. To be where I am, man. So let's go back to the beginning. How were you born like in a musical family, and how old were you when you began perhaps taking piano lesson or guitar lesson? How you? I,
Oh, I just started by just by my own, I told you a little bit before, this interview, but I mean, my big brother, he started playing guitar before me, so I think I started like kind of copying him, and I was involved. My family, I mean, there's a lot of music in my family. So my grandfather, he brought me the first electric guitar, my first Les Paul when I was 9. I started playing at 8 classic guitar, and I was a little bit piano because he brought me as well when I was 7. Actually, the first piano, I wasn't like really into the piano that much because I wanted, to play some rock, and I wanted to play guitar, I remember. But yeah, a lot of music in my family. I think that's it. A lot of influences from them, from my uncles. Yeah.
so when you were like in high school, what kind of music were you listening at the time? Were European band, American band, music from Chile? What
Mainly,
were you listening?
yeah, mainly Americans. Yeah, mainly Americans. Back in Chile, so there's a lot of American music, but also British. I mean, like, rock music mainly is singing in English, so it's like that. That's the main thing. I never been like really into Spanish music, to be honest. Like, I don't know, it's just something like natural to me, like listening to rock music in English. And but yeah, when you're a kid, when you're I don't know 10, 15, like you listen. I passed through a lot, many different type of music. Uh, I listen to funk, hip hop a little bit. You try to be cool with other kids as well. I listen to alternative music. I was really into Nirvana, that sort of, grunge music as well. And it's kind of a mixture, but I just always loved just playing a guitar when I was alone at home, like, and developing like really. I was really quick and obsessed with the guitar and developing really good technique just playing it. Even though then after playing, maybe I was listening to some chill music, some funky, again some different music from what I was playing. So it was like, in between of everything. I think, I always been an open person, in terms of not really. I never like to be someone like, okay, I just do exclusively this. Like I'm like heavy metal, I just do that. No, I'm just if I'm going to do that, I just get bored quite quickly.
I got you, I got you. And then so at one point you decided, well, if I could stay in Chile, do my musical career, or perhaps go somewhere else and take a gamble and risk, and then you end up leaving Chile, and then you end up before the UK, you end up living in Italy. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, I lived in Italy.
Yeah. Tell me about the years that you lived there, and what did you do, and how you make a living, and how difficult it was.
Well, it was tough. Yeah, I was a kid. I just moved up there maybe to find, maybe myself, my I don't know what I'm gonna do in life. I wanted to study anyway. I'm meeting a lot of interesting people, traveling around. I was just got stuck a little bit in Rome, and then I met the director of the Conservatory of Music, and I was playing. I remember in the streets.
Really?
Uh, yeah, it was a coincidence, and it was like this guy was like amazed, and then he said, "Oh, you're just fucking incredible. What were you doing here?" And I was like, "Just making a living." And he said, "No, you should go. You should come. You should enter to the Conservatory of Music, man. This is just the best in Rome. Like, you know what? Let's meet up on Monday." And he gave me, and he bought my records. I was selling two records, different records that I don't having them yet now. But anyway, like, so we met up on Monday, and he said, "Okay, let's go to a directory," and then they put me inside. Like I just did, a test, audition for
Yeah.
then the standard audition, and then I did a private one for some few. Teachers, and they were amazed, and it was like, okay, you just great, just get in. So
Good
I
for
did.
you, man.
Yeah, yeah, it was like was really amazing, really. It was a great opportunity, and I took it, and I used it, and I just did, my very best until the things got busy in my business, let's say, in my music. Yeah.
And then how you make it? Were you playing on the street at the time? I have seen a video you think Queen, and then playing some Pink Floyd stuff. There was, yeah, I think it was in Rome. Yeah,
I
right.
was Jack. Yeah. Well, obviously, I'm a huge fan of Pink Floyd. David Gilmour is my favorite. One of my favorite. But but yeah, I mean, like, was difficult in terms like, I was studying in the morning, and then as soon as I got free, then I got to the square to busk. So sometimes I was like carrying with my trolley, the amp and the guitar, and going to the study, and then it was like tight. But then, probably the kids then later, going out to do something else. But I was just coming back to the square to play to make some money to living, and it was all right. I mean, like I was like doing BC life, so it was like fun, and having a rock band in night. So in the morning I was playing jazz, and in the afternoon I was playing Pink Floyd's, and then I was playing rock.
Good for you. And then you making enough money to survive, and pay your bills and eat every day and kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, at the very beginning, of course, I was like receiving some help from my parents, but it's very expensive, and yeah, it's just struggle. But I'm very proud of myself.
Good for you,
uh,
man.
like I made it, because it was tough. Yeah. I got some really, really, really beautiful moments. Uh, I remember, because you got every gig is different every day. Basically, you got so many people, thousands of people, every day, tourists mainly, in the square that I used to play, which is the Pantheon in the middle, the heart of Rome, which is
Yeah.
just very, very impressive. And there's dozens of people, and every time I was playing, I was getting a crowd of 50 or maybe 80, like lots of
Wow.
people surrounded, yeah, in the square playing, you know, Pink Floyd's, you know, or Dire Straits and things like that, you know, classics, rock.
And then eventually, right, you were playing every night, you were doing all right. And imagine that one, I don't know, record label saw you, a club owner, and say, what are you doing on the
Yeah,
street? You can go and play in my club or go and play here, or, how
yeah.
much you charge, and or no,
I
it wasn't like
started
that.
like getting at the very beginning. I started like people were asking, "Where's your record out? You do you have any record I would like to make?" You know, I don't have nothing. I just very beginning. I remember that it was like actually impressed that people asking me for my music. I mean, I'm like, really? Should I? Like, I didn't know like it was that good to be honest. And it's like, and then people like really started asking every day, and it's okay. I'm in a rush. I need to record something, like anything. So let's put a record in the yeah. But yeah, I met a lot of people in the streets, a lot of interesting people, record labels, yes, collaborations and things like that. I never got like really signed by anybody because it was like avoiding, and like depending of that. And that's just what I was just waiting for a decent, for to be honest, and so I was just managing on my own, and I was like, you know what, I'm doing all right, and so I just did my own stuff, and a part of that, I've never been like really into. I mean, with the music I'm doing now, not really doing music for the radio, to be honest. Just uh, worried about playing some quality music rather than making or thinking in something commercial. Maybe for that reason, like, it's never been my aim to get involved in a record label, but obviously open to opportunities and recordings that I've done. Yes.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, I mean, like it's cool. I mean, busking does give me so much, so much. I mean, like I really only can say is like thank you to everyone, like the whole world, because there were people from everywhere, from Chile, from Argentina, Brazil, Peru. I mean, America, whole America, North America, Australia. I got people like everywhere, and they texting me every day. And then what it give me not just only the day of the gig, the change they gave me, the change, but is also was lucky to be part of this kind of a generation of guitars in YouTube that the people build up that I wasn't really. So they made that, for example, that performance of Sultans of Swing, they made it, popular on internet, and that gave me so much exposure all over the world, and so many opportunities, just like just like that, and then I started playing in festivals and traveling
You're
around Europe.
you're very humble, Miguel, man, because you are very good at what you do, man. So in 2015, I was reading that you end up releasing two albums. I think it's called Inspiration Volume One and Volume
Yeah,
Two,
yeah,
and you end up selling over, I don't know, over 20,000 copies, right?
yeah. Well, that was
That's
the
very
first
impressive, man. That's pretty good, man.
It's incredible how many records you can sell when you're busking, to be honest. And yeah, it's incredible. I was like really just doing that, so it was like every day, I was just doing quite well. And and after that, yeah, I started just writing my own music as well, and pushing. Yeah.
You know, and then so at what point you end up deciding, well, I wanna, I could stay in Italy, continue playing there with the band, and you know, become more professional when I do, or go to London, or how you end up moving to the UK? How did it go with that? How?
Yeah, the thing is like I was playing, I was composing some music in more or less in 2013. I started my own band called Andy Empire, and it was a sort of more commercial, like more into British rock, indie rock, or something more alternative, like Jack White and stuff like that. Oh, sorry. So
Okay.
mix some different kind of music with, not much shredding or guitar solos on that. But the thing is, like, we won a very important contest organized by Red Bull, and so they took us, they pick us up, and they bring us to London. They pay for the studio in London Bridge, They put us with a producer, so I wrote a song called Girl. We won with a song of mine called Honesty.
Yeah.
It was on the radio in Italy, like different local radio independents and some FM as well. I made a lot of interviews because of that, and then we toured the north. We toured the whole Sardinia as well, to playing in front of 10,000 people. We were touring with this tour bus. It was amazing because it was like the whole, and on the sides of the bus was the big name of my band, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm like really living the dream. And so yeah, they made like really really cool stuff. And so when we came up here in London to record this, they organized 3 4 gigs in the town, and the response of the people was just amazing, man. Like really, it was like really the first proper experience touring or um, kind of professional thing, and the first time in London. So because of that, it's like it was like always stuck in my mind. Okay, this city is just amazing. I was
Well,
meeting other interesting people, and because we were singing in English, obviously, like and Red Bull decides to put us here in England because our music is much, you know, more or less what was happening here. Obviously, in Italy, you can expect people singing in Italian. So
of course.
so that was the reason why I couldn't like really when we come back to really get a really a good opportunity, maybe with a record label. It was Sony interested in that moment, but I was like, no man, I'm not going to sing or change the songs because basically major is it means commercial, and I just wanted to go to do what I was doing because I thought I was right. And that make the decision then later, okay, you know what, I'm done here because if I got this kind of level opportunity, I don't think it's gonna happen again. So I'm just gonna move up, pack up my stuff and go to London. And I said that to my bandmates, and they were like, okay, I don't know, it's difficult, Miguel, I don't know if we can make it, maybe you travel fast and then let us know. All right, you know what, I'm going to do this alone. And this is how it started. It's like very tough at the beginning because they were right. It was tough and expensive.
Oh, London is very expensive, man.
It was really expensive. When I get here, it was raining. And I was like with 2 bags and like my guitar on my shoulders. And I was like, what the fuck I'm going to do here? And I was looking around the corner and said, oh, I think I can play here maybe tomorrow. And
When was that? What year was that?
that was no, ending 2014, I believe. Yeah, 14.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Almost 8 years ago. Yeah. Wow.
yeah, almost 8 years ago being here. Mm.
So the first month, the second month, how difficult were you basking? You were playing on the street and you get into an apartment, or yeah, we were crashing somewhere.
I say we because fortunately we moved up with my girlfriend, so we were like in two together. Like it wasn't like really alone. So that
Yeah.
was the good side, making all this as a team. We see it together. But the thing is, at the very beginning, what was the question?
No, I say how difficult was the first 2 months at the beginning. You arrive in London, it
Well,
was raining,
was tough.
you don't have a place to stay, and
Tough
how you wanna make a
because
living.
yeah. Well, of course, I got like I saw my stuff of all my gear back in Italy because you can travel with all your stuff. And so the first week it just took me, a little bit, to find on Amazon, to get back to my stuff, buying a guitar and all that. Oh, I can't have my guitar, but speakers and all that. And then I bought the same stuff, and then okay, the next day, of course, I went to central London and walking around. Uh, to see where I can play, asking around and seeing, okay, maybe here, oh, maybe, yeah, this looks like, the right corner. And then the next day, okay, I need to work, so I need to play somewhere. And then I went, and the first time I played, it was like, it wasn't really good, the response. Actually, no one really cared. And I was like, what? Like, and I was kind of scared the first week and the first 2 weeks, to be honest. And I started like changing my setup, trying different pedals, trying different even guitars. I tried different amps, different sounds because I knew that something was missing. I was like kind of losing the tone or the thing I was doing. Believe it or not, affects quite a lot because it's
Sure.
different environment. There was it was a lot bigger, a lot noisier. Central London is busy, a lot of people. You need more power, you need better amps, you know, better everything. So it's like, and I started changing also my set list and the songs and my playing, and I was doing more show, more performance, you know, focusing. And then I started building up, and ended up doing quite well. So yeah,
Yeah, I
fortunately.
have seen you different video of you some years ago. I think you were playing outside Piccadilly Circus. I think it was that
Yeah.
tube station, and that's a perfect spot to play there, man.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. It's like literally in the heart of central London,
Yeah,
and
people were buying your CD, putting money.
a lot, a lot. Like, you know, it's amazing. Like, I remember, like, it was crazy. Sometimes it was like literally crazy. Like, people like want more, 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 and more, and it's like they love rock. Like, people here, they really appreciate. I mean, also back in Italy, they appreciate quite a lot.
Yeah.
Uh, but the craziness has started here. Yeah, like a lot more. And I
Do
was
you
doing a lot more. I was doing a lot more. Like, even my performance, even my look. Well, I was bigger, obviously. I grew up kind of, you know, in the making. You know.
how
Um,
many hours were you playing on a daily basis? Like 3, 4 hours, 5 hours?
uh, I was doing at the beginning just 2 sets, 2 hours, and I ended up doing only 3 hours in a row.
Yeah.
Only one spot. Yeah. Uh, because I was doing other stuff as well. Like, I was like, you know, writing some music. You need time, um, and setting up everything. You know, like, you know, I wanted to visit also the city, and knowing and meeting people, and try to spread my things. But if you're doing it every day, you get tired at the end. It's quite easy to get tired or get stuck. And so I was trying at the very beginning quite hard, even studying, you know, how to produce the stuff, because it was like really in playing, yeah, earning, but it was like knowing that I don't have really that much money to produce my stuff. It's just kind of pay or kind of afford a proper producer and stuff like that. I just kind of do it. So I just got to learn how to do it and do it on my own.
Sure, sure.
And so that's what I did.
And then what was the next step after that? When you were playing every day, you were making enough money, you moved into an apartment, and then so you were going home and say, man, if I play every day, I will not have time to do my own music and so forth. So I'm quite sure that a lot of record label and club owners and other musicians saw you on the street, even
Yeah.
real,
Yeah.
the real people that you were playing the song for, and
Oh yeah, man. I've seen like even actors from Harry Potter give me some pounds, you know. Like,
really, wow.
I met Zack Wilde as well, you know, Zack Wilde, guitarist of Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, I was shaking hands, you know, like fuck. I met a lot of, not just those are the famous, but you know, I've met producers. I met a lot of people, you know, some other musicians that I collaborate with, some other people that were interested in having, for example, private lessons, guitar lessons, and it was like getting different jobs. You know, it was like, okay, that's fucking great, because I really don't want to be stuck in this all my life. You know, like I just really wanted to do something else, but it's just fucking expensive. So
Well,
I
renting an apartment and eating and
actually,
yeah.
I just crossed, you know, a lot of people that also helped me out, the musicians, and yeah, people involved in the industry that helped me, you know, to find some other opportunities, and people that believe in me also, not only in basking, but through basking on YouTube. And on YouTube, the people just contact me. Hey, how much? What's your fee for gig here? What's your fee for festival? What's your fee for maybe, you know, this, that, you know? And then
Sure,
when I
sure.
travel, I play in Morocco. I play, you know, for the international Mondiale dell'Automobile in France. I don't know, Germany, Austria, you know, a lot of people. Then some brands started contacting me. You know, I got my endorsement of Olympus in Australia, got
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
gigs as well. You know, signatories to some brands that started helping me out. You know, to
Sure.
continue to journey because maybe I'm doing well.
Yeah, no,
Whatever.
I know. We'll talk about the sponsor. I think I was reading an article somewhere that you've been called one of the greatest young guitarists around. Man,
Yeah,
amazing. You know, somebody in the UK magazine in the UK wrote that. Man,
yeah.
man, you're living the dream, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing. I mean, I'm working. I'm a hard worker. I never. I'm not. I'm just in the beginning. And I know that. And I've done a lot, but I know that I have to do quite a lot more.
You can do a lot more. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And so I'm writing now. For example, this year, I'm going to launch.
yeah.
There's a lot of singles coming up. I got my band running. We've been this year headlining the Giants of Rock, the Great Blues and Rock Festival in Skegness and Minehead. I'm going to play this weekend in Nantwich, which is the best festival in Nantwich. Partners Week. I got two coming up this week. So I'm very excited. Very excited. I'm still pushing and selling my promotion, my record on the Southern Vultures,
Yeah.
and yeah, excited.
Yeah, and I think I was with Southern Vulture. I think you're doing. I was reading your website. You're doing 1, 2, 3, 6 gigs starting in Canterbury. Then you go to that week.
Yeah,
Yeah, in and then
yesterday I played there. That was
April
amazing.
the 8th you start, right? Oh, okay, that was yesterday, the first gig, right?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's why I got this voice.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, yesterday I played in this small theater, and yeah, it was nice, man. Was really cool.
How many
Yesterday,
people were there in the audience? Innocent.
yesterday were like, and it's not much, like around 80 people,
Yeah.
80
Still.
people, 180, but it was quite packed. So it's like, yeah, really cool, because it's not really easy to get there. It's outside London, like around 1 hour and a half outside. So, but a lot of locals, people around you just traveling, and they're really
And then at
so
the end, people were you selling merchandise at the end,
yeah,
CDs and taking pictures with people stuff. Yeah, people
yeah,
like that, man. You know?
yeah. I signed the CDs, to pictures, selling the t-shirts, got new merch now, and yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta make a little bit of money. And then I toward the end of the gig, toward the end of the tour, you're playing in I think in West Wimbledon, right? In a place called the Cavern, Free House.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah, the cover,
That's
the
May
cover.
the 6th, right? So
I love the cover.
yeah,
Yeah, we play often. We're gonna do a few gigs this year, and it's a really nice venue. Yeah, it's a really nice venue.
yeah.
I
I've
mean,
never been there. That's the day that I'm arriving in London and
uh,
I'm seeing Joe Bonamassa that night, man. So
oh yeah, he was playing though in
Royal
which
Albert Hall.
right, yeah, real. Oh,
And one day you want to be playing there,
that's
man.
a dream. Yeah, no, that's a dream.
But
Maybe one
everybody
day,
there. And then I'm seeing Eric Clapton the day after. So and
Oh,
so we will need to get together. But feel free to talk about the endorsement. I mean, you were sponsored by Gibson, Barcarolino in
yeah,
the US,
yeah,
Olympus in Australia, the production of your own prototype signature custom guitar. My
yes.
God, man. Feel free to talk about it. I wanna know everything about it.
No, I got well, yeah, I got my signature. I can show you.
Yeah,
It's
of course. Yeah. Free to
well,
show it.
just give me 1 second.
No problem. Take your time, man. Man, beautiful, man.
Yeah, this is the guitar. It's amazing. It says my name here,
Feel free to play some notes, man. You
and
know?
yeah, it's amazing. I mean, like this. Well, it's from Olympus because my signature as well here.
Yeah.
Um, I started I started working with them. You can hear me well. I started working with them since to build up this guitar. It's been a while. It's been like since the beginning of 2019, I think, or 2018, even when I was collaborating with a band called Available Jones, and it was when my viral video of Sultans of Swing. It was like, it was a boom. At that point, yeah, I received an email from these guys who were saying, "Hey, Miguel, you have a contract with Guitar." And at that point, I was working with Gibson. Now, Gibson was it was a kind of a collaboration more than an endorsement. I was shooting some videos for Gibson, and they were lending me, giving me guitars the way, like, I was going quite often to the showroom of Gibson, and I was like, okay, I want to use this guitar, that guitar. Yeah, you can take it, for a while, maybe 1, 2, 3 months maximum. And so I was like working with them at that level, but I never had like really my own signature or,
Okay. Yeah.
so, but I mean, it's always good to have a, band, I mean, a brand like that behind you. So
Of
that was
course.
really sick. And that moment I received an email from these guys, and we said, okay, but we are going to 100% um, endorse you with a guitar as you wish. We're gonna build it handmade with just the best quality we have in Australia. We work with very sick companies, for hardware, for pickups, all them handmade, and it's beautiful, man. And it's like this because it's inspired by the Sultans of Swing video, the guitar that I used to play in the
I got you.
streets.
Yeah.
So this is the reason. And why it's like this? Oh, it has split here. I mean, I can do different combinations with this guitar. It has a P90 because it's something between, because I most of the time I play with my Strat, the white Strat here, the Strat, and I got my Gibson there, which is
The
like
Gibson, yeah, on
just
the right hand side. Yeah.
the most
Yeah.
often I play with. And having a P90 is like something in between. It's like single coil, yeah, but with more punchy, with more attack, like a kind of humbucker, but less dark. So this is the guitar in the middle, and it has this way because I just used to, and I like how Strats works. It's 22 frets, same as a Gibson, and I just love it. Yeah, I'm recently recording with this one, and I'm going to start using Futu with this one as well.
Is the company selling a lot of guitar now? Are you using it or?
They're selling it. So if you're interested, you can order.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, it's I don't know the prices, so they know that. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah,
feel yeah. That's a beautiful guitar, man.
yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
It feel free
It was
to.
like, I'm very honored. Like, it's a real goal or achievement. You have your own guitar and with your signature. It was always a dream since I was a kid, to be honest. And yeah,
Your
it's
your
incredible.
parents your parents may be very very
Very
happy, man.
proud.
Very proud of you, right?
Yeah, they're very proud. Yeah,
Of course, you made it, man. And if you chose their career, which is a difficult career to be a musician, because very few people, very few um, end up making it in the world. So it's very, very tough and to make a living out of
yeah.
music, well, if you're a musician. And you came from humble beginning and you have done well, man.
Thank you very
And,
much.
and feel free to elaborate on your your YouTube channel. I think your cover version of Sultan of Swing, it went viral. I think over 20 million have seen the stuff in YouTube,
Yeah.
and my God, man, I hope you're getting a good percentage of
Yeah.
all the viewers.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, about the royalties. Yeah, you own the video, so it's part of your performance. Obviously, that's a split. So yeah, I got some earnings from that, fortunately.
Yeah,
And I monetize all my YouTube channel as well. Of course, all the videos are being monetized, so that's great. That's another source of income. Mm.
yeah. Do you need to pay? Let's say if you're playing a song for Fataya straight, okay, you need to pay a percentage, so because you're playing somebody else's song, or no? Or
No, no,
you
no.
are the performer?
That's a compulsory license. You know, it's a
Oh,
compulsory license. So I mean, you just pick up a song and you just cover it. So it's just automatically it's a compulsory license. Though you don't have to ask anybody. But of course, if you want to sell it, yeah. But that's it. You know. But if you want to perform, just you perform it. But the other person will receive his royalties for the composition. But you can play covers, man, like everyone does, you know,
yeah,
like in YouTube or in a gig, a lot of people, even famous people, they play covers,
yeah.
and they just can do that, you know, anyone can do that. That's great, you know, how it works is unbelievable. Really don't know how it works like properly, but you know, definitely everyone can play cover, yeah.
Yeah, but is there some bands that they're very picky. They don't allow you to, record a CD when they're on song and with their own
um
lyrics.
yeah, I mean,
Fleetwood Mac is one of them. Fleetwood Mac is one of them. I think you need to pay like a hefty royalty fee to play their song with their lyrics and so on. So forth. It's very, some bands are very complicated. The Eagles also is another one that they don't want
I
anybody to.
had I had an issue with the Eagles with my performance. It was ridiculous.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah, I know.
my performance of was quite fun. It's quite funny story anyway. It's funny because I got contacted by Alistair Morrison. Alistair Morrison is a famous photographer
Yeah,
worldwide. He take photos of the Slash, David Gilmour, Alice Cooper, that level.
yeah,
Everyone. And so he was like doing something very cool, very artistic in the Victorian Albert Museum. And so he contacted me because I think he saw me or someone told him, you know, that I was apparently the best busker in London. And so he wants to what was his idea behind is like putting all these rock stars in the streets like buskers. For
yeah.
example, David Gilmour with a guitar, you know, with a photo. It was a really amazing work, okay? And so he contacted me. He want me to perform with Joe Walsh, which is the guitarist of Eagles, and
Of
we were
course, I
supposed
know.
to
Yeah,
play Hotel California. When I received that week that phone call, he said, "Hey Miguel, do you play Hotel California?" When I play with Joe Welsh, I was like, "Fuck yeah, I don't play that track, but I can play it.
yeah,
I'm gonna work on that track and then put a video and I send it to you." And it was that week, and at the end of that week on Sunday, I was playing in the market in Brick Lane here in London, and so I was with my brother, and I said, "My brother, can you shoot this video for me, please? I can to send it to Joe Walsh of the Eagles. Maybe we can jam up this song." And that video, that performance I play in the street at Hotel California is because of that reason. And it's funny because when I put that online on YouTube and I sent it to Alistair, that video went viral, but at level even more than Sultans of Swing in that moment, having over 5 million views very quickly, and Eagles they were promoting the worldwide tour. I believe that it was like the last tour or something, so they were like pushing a lot, and it was the same year. And I received an email to take down the video because they were taking down a lot of covers in order to have their own version at the top of the line in when you Google the name of Hotel California.
yeah.
And so they take it down, and they
Wow.
take it down, and then well, you know, lately all this technology, all this YouTube and stuff is every day changing, even the law, because the law in the United States is not the same as the UK, and the UK is not the same as Europe, and Europe's not the same as Russia. Russia is not the same as South Korea. So it's like, you know, everyone does like really what they want, like it's really unfair. So I just emailed them, and actually they changed the law. I uploaded again, and I was in my right, and now we're splitting. But I lose over 5 million views on that video. That's supposed to be even more than the Sultans of Swing. But the thing is, like, you know, so weird. I mean, like I
Mm.
was about to play with the guitarist and composer of the California. It was like he was a great. He was actually fucking impressed. Like I would like to play. Like he is like really great guitarist. He was saying to me because we were in emails and yeah, funny.
So did you end up playing? Did you end up playing with him? Did you end up
No,
playing with?
okay. No, the thing is, like, he was doing a series of concerts in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Couldn't make it. So then they got in contact even with Slash. He was supposed to play with Slash, so Slash in the street, playing in the street shot, the mine. But he was back with Guns N' Roses. He got very strict contract when they were with Guns N' Roses. They cannot even make interviews or anything. So then the third one was Rod Stewart, and this is why I got relation with Rod Stewart, and he introduced me to the stage when I play in Victorian Albert Museum.
Oh, I see. I see. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but beside that particular song, I mean, you in your channel, man, you have what, over 15 or 20 million, I don't know how many millions of viewers now you have all over the world. People commenting, posting, and more and more and more. And you're doing very well, man. I'm very happy for you, man.
Thank you very much.
No,
Appreciate
I'm
it.
serious. I'm very happy. You came from humble beginning, and from Italy with not having money to sleep or to eat, and no place like me when I came to the United States, and you did it, and I did it too. I was able to go to school and study a bunch of stuff, and I'm very fortunate. Sometimes everybody needs a break in life. It's and yeah, some people come from rich families and they have everything done for them. In my case, it wasn't the case, and yeah, I had a good education in Chile, but through hard work and dedication, you end up doing it, made it, and I did it too in my own professional career, and music and the radios are fun for me. I love talking to people like you and groups and band, and being able to travel, see bands. For me, music is very important. I don't play any instrument. Uh, Even if you were to give me that guitar, I wouldn't know how to do it, or I don't read any music, but I've been listening to music 4 or 5 hours a day from the last 50 years, Miguel. I mean, from Pink Floyd, Depeche Mode, Pat Benatar, Blonde, the Coldplay, Dire Straits, Clapton, blah 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 blah. It's very important. Music is it's very important to me. It's hard to explain. I transport myself somewhere when I listen to music.
Yeah.
And seeing people, especially, yeah, I have hundreds of thousands of CDs and vinyl, but seeing a band live, for me, it's amazing. I mean, yeah, I know the song very well. If I go to see a gig from Sting or whatever, I know the song very good, and they're different. The nice different. He played the song differently. But seeing a person, a band, or yourself live, it's an amazing experience. Like the difference between movie and theater, right? In theater, you're live. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're playing with a band and the drummer start with three, a couple seconds or 5 seconds before or after you need to accommodate and go with it. You make you laugh after the gig. So it's a beautiful thing playing, seeing
It's
music.
beautiful, and I just love perform. I just love perform. Is where I just feel more comfortable playing
Yeah.
in front of people. Yeah. And
So
I mean, like I love live music. I always been. I like most of the time I just listen to live concerts. To be honest, I don't really listen, the normal CDs. I just like the raw live versions of my favorite songs.
when you're not touring, you go on and see live music, and there's so many venues in London, hundreds, man. So
Oh, dozens. Yeah. Also, actually tonight, I'm going for a show that a friend of mine is playing.
yeah, where in London too? No.
Yeah, an Angel.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. We when I will send you a different email, but when I'm in London that weekend, we need together, man. Let's because I want to buy your music, and we can take a picture, you can sign the stuff, because I want to
Of
contribute to.
course, man. I'm like, yeah. Just drop me a message, an
Yeah.
email, and yeah. When
Yeah.
when when are you thinking to come over?
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. I'm leaving. I'm going to be there May 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then I come back the night here.
Oh, you should come back to my show in at the Cavern.
No, what happened? That's the 6th is the night that I'm seeing Joe Bonamassa.
Oh, Joe. All right.
So, so I
Okay.
need to pick between you and
You're
Joe.
forgiven.
But we can get just get together the day after, or get a bite to eat, or coffee or whatever, because
Oh yeah.
I wanna meet you as well. I wanna buy your CDs or vinyl, whatever you have, and
That's fine.
we
Yeah.
can take a couple pictures and sign the stuff, and we need to stay in touch, man.
Cool. Cool.
You
Very
know,
cool. Which part of United States you are now?
I live in Virginia, 15 minutes from Washington D.C.
Okay, I got it.
And then here in Virginia, since I'm the border with two State Miguel, with Maryland and Washington D.C., there are so many venues, hundreds. It's like little London here. And there's you need to. I can put you in touch with some owners of some
Oh,
different
please.
clubs that I know, and you should play here. I mean, you
Oh man, oof.
you
It's
can
my
do
dream.
very well here, Miguel. Very well.
Yeah, I think so. I got like, half and a half, like half our followers I got are mainly in the US and the UK than the
Yeah.
rest. But yeah, man, I know that I have a lot of people that really ask me every day, like, when you coming up, when you coming up. I know that would be great, and I feel like quite confidence, like, my show, because I just played yesterday, and like, like, people love it. I think they would love it, and yeah, man. I mean, like, it's a really a dream. I just really would like to do something like even a small tour, like, even just to have the experience, and yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, well coordinated. I will put you in touch with some owners, some clubs here, and they will ask you to send like a demo CD on, and yeah, you should, man. You need to go places. Play in London, play in Italy, and then doing a more tour here at the beginning, and you here in the United States, and building it. Eventually, you will end up at the Royal Albert Hall, Miguel.
Eventually, eventually. Well, yeah. I mean, that's is another dream, I think. To
You
Royal
gotta
Albert.
dream big, man. Come
Yeah.
on, you're young. You're in the whatever mid-30s, and you have
Yeah.
40, you have 50 years in front of you, man. You gotta make it happen, man. With your own guitar now, and
Um, I'll do. I'll do that. Yeah, no, I'm working hard. Like, again, like, I'm pushing. I'm playing. Every time I play, I just give my 100%. And it could be like playing in the street, small club. You know, Yesterday was small. Next week will be big. Like it's festival language, and like, all the time it's just keep the same energy level, just explosive. People
and
love
then
it.
during the summer, perhaps playing some, music festivals with in front of
Yeah,
five
this
thousand
one,
different people.
I'm playing this language now. I will play. I'm going to France. Going to play in a festival there, for a biker festival. I don't remember the city, but I will do
You
it.
upload into your
Yeah, the
website.
24th
Yeah.
of June. Then I'm going to play another festival in Holland, Haring Rock, open air, big thing,
Mm.
10,000 people, seaside, like very close to Amsterdam. It's called Haring Rock. And then I'm going to play in August another festival here in Cologne,
Yeah.
Lancashire, UK, and yeah, and more to come.
Good for you, man. Yeah. You're going to be busy, man. Before I know it, I will see, man, Miguel Montalban, playing in the Royal Albert Hall
Yeah, man, like, it's
with
like
his friends, with Jeff Beck, with Eric
everything.
Clapton, with
Everything
Brian
is
May,
going
and
gradually. Like, everything is like every year step up, step up. It's tough. It's not being easy. I know that when you tell these venues and this gig sounds like, oh wow, we're having a signature. It's like, wow, but everything is because I've been like literally like working hard. and it's not been easy. But I love it.
You know, you're very
I'm
well. You're
positive,
doing
and I'm
well. You know,
positive, and I
step by
really,
step. You know,
yeah,
you need to set up goals for next year and the year after, and so forth, and
yeah,
make it happen, man. That's what life is about, making it happen.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, Miguel, man, was very nice talking to you. I know you look tired, man. You went to a gig, you played last night, so you need to
Yes, I played last night.
sleep, man. You didn't
I
sleep that
will.
much, I can tell, man. You need to sleep, and I will send you a link to this recording shortly, and then let's stay in touch, and I will put you in touch with some venues where you can play here in DC, and hey, you're always free to come here and crash here in the basement in the house. We listen to good music, so
Amazing.
you're welcome, man. You're
Thank
free
you
to
so much.
come here, man. You know, we'll give you
Appreciate it.
good food and then good beer and good music.
Yeah.
What else do you want?
I'm coming next week.
You bet, man. And we'll get together with I'm going to be close, not that far from. I'm staying in a hotel close to Kensington, man. So we need to coordinate where you are. I
Oh,
I think
Kensington.
I know my way. Yeah, I think I know my way in central London well. Since I go there very often. There.
Cool. Central
Well,
London East End.
yeah, we'll coordinate, man.
Sorry?
We'll coordinate and we'll get together, man.
Yeah, we will. We'll arrange
Yeah,
something.
was
Yeah.
very nice talking to you,
Oh,
Miguel.
thanks so much
Muchas
for having
gracias. Saludos a la gente y que te vaya muy bien en la vida.
me.
Eres
Muchas
muy
gracias.
talentoso. Igual, al contrario, gracias. Nada.
Take care. Bye bye.
You too.